I've been meaning to work on additional content besides the franchises I've covered so far, and that 70's show is one of them. So my first video on this show will be about the games you probably never knew existed based on that 70's show. And that's because they were only exclusive to the show's website. The website didn't start off with the Flash games as part of the exclusive feature on the site. They started off with a few bits of info regarding the actors, the series, and when newer episodes would air. But eventually they updated it and gave us 4 Flash games and 6 webisodes. I'm not sure exactly when the website was made though. Looking at the Internet Archives, the earliest archive of the website goes as far back as the year 2000. Huh, look at that. I wonder if anyone bought these 2 albums of the show. Exactly what songs were on these albums? Is it the background music you occasionally hear throughout the series? Well anyways, the best time for the website was around 2005, which is around the time that they added the Flash games and webisodes. We'll eventually have to look at the web episodes in a separate video. For now, let's look at the first game lined up, which is called Vista Vengeance. Vista Vengeance is a Grand Theft Auto-like game. You drive around with this bird's eye view like with the classic GTA games, and you run people over. Yeah, who would have thought that there existed a game where you play as Kelso and drive around the Vista Cruiser running over the citizens of Point Place? He enjoys it too. Almost every time you run someone over, he says this.
Alright. If Kelso runs people over, he says, alright.
The premise of this game is to collect record albums, but sometimes people have those albums, so the way to pick them up is by hitting them with your car. So, you gotta do what you gotta do, Kelso.
This is unforgivable.
Alright. What?
Well, Rose, we might as well all be up in a tree swinging our crackers.
Whose voice was that? The only 2 characters that said that line was Red Foreman and Eric.
Are you getting dumber?
The next one is called Vista Jump. This one is definitely the worst of the bunch. There's only one thing to do. Shift the gear to accelerate the Vista Cruiser towards the ramp. Make the jump and that's it. At least that's what it appears to be. I doubt there's an extra level after this, just by analyzing the looks of this Flash game. After so many attempts, I could never get the Vista Cruiser to reach the other side. But, it's too boring to keep trying. Next one is Glow Ball. This one is your basic game of Pong. You get to choose your opponent, which is only Kelso and Jackie. Not sure why they made it this way, just being the 2 of them, especially seeing as Jackie never really showed interest in playing Pong. If anything, it should have been Eric and Donna. Hell, just add the entire gang. There's not much to cover here when they're only using a few sound bites from each actor.
Bitch.
It's kind of fun. Can't really complain about it, to be honest.
I am so turned on, aren't you?
What's that?
Okay, let's do it.
It really would have been better if they did include the whole gang as optional characters. I mean, it would have been possible, but maybe they had a deadline of a day or a day and a half to get this game up and running. So we had good old classic ping pong, and now some classic Space Invaders with Mr. Potato Heads and Troll Dolls. I think the creator of this Flash game was looking at the wrong decade. I mean, I know Troll Dolls were around since the 60's, but they were mainly popular during the 90's. And as for the Mr. Potato Heads...
Hey, Mr. Potato Head! What do you got for us?
2 new Mr. Potato Head toys.
Donald, stop! Bozo the clown! Where did the noses go?
Where noses belong.
Forget Bozo. Donald's almost Donald. Shut your mouth. Mr. Potato Head, where's your other ear?
It's over here. Mr. Potato Head toys from Hasbro.
Man, everything looked creepy back then. Huh. I guess both toys were around since the 60's then. But still, not the 70's as the main time that they would trend. So if you ask me, if this had to be a knockoff of Space Invaders, then I'd make the player be Red Foreman, and the laser beams would be boots or shoes. As for the enemies, they'll be donkeys. This way only those who are fans of the show will understand the reference. Well, anyways, those were all the Flash games based on that 70's show. They're not too bad in terms of a Flash game, but you'll mainly accept them for what they are if you're a fan of that 70's show. But since Glowball is just playing ping pong and that 70's Invasion is just Space Invaders, then you can't really count them for original games. Vista Jump is hardly even a game. You just gotta find the right timing to make the jump and that's it. But as for Vista Vengeance, that's definitely the best one, seeing as you're driving around in the Vista Cruiser as Kelso collecting records by running pedestrians over and crashing into the Point Place police. It's a gnarly game. If it was up to me, what I would have included as a Flash game would have been like that coin game, where the gang gets in a circle and takes a shot every time they miss the coin from bouncing it off a shot glass. Or if you make it, you get to choose who gets to take a shot. Then there's also painting the water tower without having a police spotlight shined on you to avoid being arrested. I think that would have been a fun game because you get to be creative and draw more than just a giant pot leaf on the water tower. So what do you guys think? Did you ever get a chance to play any of these games back when the show aired? What games would you have included to the website? Next time we can take a look at the webcomic series. Just be sure to leave a like on this video so I know you're interested in it. And with that said, that's it for the video. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button to give this video a chance to grow. I'd like to thank all my Patreon supporters for their impeccable generosity. Your support means a lot to me and you are part of the reason why I try to make the best content that I can. And if you like this content, check out the rest of my channel. You'll find more entertainment from separate franchises I like to cover, such as Mortal Kombat, Dragon Ball Z, Celebrity Deathmatch, Men in Black, The Mask, Batman comics, The Terminator, TMNT, Dino Crises, Resident Evil, and more. If you're a Patreon supporter, check out my exclusive videos such as the Gantz content. And if you'd like to show your support, go to my Patreon and support the channel, which is only $1. Sacrifice that McChicken for extra quality content, my friend. But anyways, I'll see you all in the next video, and remember to have an awesome day.